This is going to show how to use curves to create a surface, and we're going to create a vase again, but in a different way. And then you can compare the two techniques, the extruding technique versus this technique. Start out with, we need a circle. To create a circle, go under Create, NURBS Primitives, and select a circle. There's our circle. Think of it as a line. The components of a circle, if you right-click, edit points, which you can think of as anchor points or vertices, depending upon the application you like to think of. Control vertices, which you can think of as a tangent handler. And then right-click object mode to get to the main object. I'm going to duplicate this circle, shift, drag, shift, drag again. I'm going to scale out this middle circle, give it a little shape, and I'm going to clone one more circle up there. Those are my circles. I'm going to create a skin going across this object. Let me go back to object mode. To do that, select the circles in order. Don't randomly select like this and this. It needs to be in order, and that's not right either, because you need to control the way the surface grows. So select your surface, top or bottom, doesn't matter, but then in order. Shift click, shift click, shift click. Go into Surfaces, Loft, and open up this extra property information. Click on that box. And you have to click on that box to start out with. We're creating polygon objects, so select polygons. We have a lot of settings. Let's just go through the ones that we need. I don't want a triangle surface. Let's create a quad surface. Let's do count so we can control how many polygons will make up this object. Let's start out with 100. Review polygons, that's a must. Quads or triangles, selecting quads is good. Click apply. And there's a vase. So compare this to the other technique of extruding. When we extruded out a vase, it was more like selecting this surface, let's say scale upward. So what is the difference between these techniques? One of the differences, and then pressing 3 key, is that I'm controlling this volume by defining how far for the skin to grow based upon the circles. So here I'm kind of presetting what I want to grow, while the extrusion technique is more free-formed. Another end result is different. I can see through this vase, and we'll correct that next, while this is a closed surface. One thing that's ultra cool and useful is that until I delete the connection to these circles, I can reshape the vase by scaling the connected splines that created it. So that's very cool as a feature. I could take this one and push it on the inside like this, and take this one and drag it outside. I can move this one up. This end result is a polygon object, so if I want to do everything I do to a normal polygon object, like the multi-cut tool and continue extruding, things like that, you could totally do that with this surface. I'm going to delete these original circles. That's one way to break the connection. Or selecting the object, clicking on this icon in the polygon modeling ribbon, which is the same as going to Edit, Delete by Type History. Now this object is no longer connected to these circles. I could delete them with no problem. Since it's a polygon surface, you can continue doing everything that you're used to with polygon surfaces. Let's say I want to extrude this outward. And continue extruding to make a little handle for this. Move it over, and I'll press the 3 key. So compare the two techniques and see which one works best for you. The last part, how do you get rid of the hole in the bottom? The hole in the bottom you can get rid of by welding together the vertices on the bottom. If I select all those vertices and I scale them closer, And going under Edit Mesh, Merge, and click on Merge, you'll get a threshold, and I'm going to increase that threshold. At low, it's going to be hard to seal this up and weld those vertices together when I click on a distance. So vertices that are further away will snap together. How to complete the inside, it could be similar. Let me go to the edge mode, and I'm going to select this edge and shift click on all those edges. And from here, I'll make an extrusion. Shift clicking on the center closes it up. Picking the move tool and pushing it down. And there's the lip of this vase. And then the final part is to select that edge right there. Select the edge right there, and I'll scale it smaller. Then go to Edit Mesh, Merge. And then select Vertex from the marking menu. With those vertices selected, Edit Mesh, Merge. And that will seal it up. Increase the threshold. Give it a try and compare the two techniques of creating a vase.